Now we're moving on to a section I call the Mythic thread. This is one of my favorites. To understand the root chakra, we also have to turn to myth, the great stories that remind us that we're never alone in our survival. We call in the earth mothers, the ones who birth, who break, who bury. Gaia, who holds the world in her body. Demeter, who rages when her child is stolen. Kolsakul, who wears serpents and skulls and bleeds creation into being. Yamaya carries ships through the storm, her waters fierce and tender. And then there are the ancestors, the unnamed great grandmothers who walked across borders, who carried seeds in their hymns, who whispered prayers into the soil of a new land. They remind us that survival is sacred, that rage has roots, and that grief itself is a form of belonging. There's no single myth here. All of the wisdom traditions are rich with myth, but there is a collective story of migration, exile, and return. The story of Moses parting the Red Sea, the story of Pachamama, the Andean earth mother, who is not metaphor but landscape, mountain, valley, fertile soil. The story of every ancestor who endured so that you could be here now. And then there's Ganesha, the deity who we started our practice with today. You might know the story of how he was born, the son of Parvati, shaped from earth of her own body while Shiva was away. And when Shiva, the father, returned and did not recognize him, Ganesha was struck down, his head severed in violence. The yoga stories have a little bit of violence in them. But the gods restored him. They gave him the head of an elephant, being strong, wise, and grounded. Ganesha stands forever as the threshold guardian, born from earth, restored by love, a reminder that even when we are broken, we can be remade. So I say again, your ancestors are not metaphors, they are memory. Your survival is not an accident, it's a living myth. When you honor Gaia, Demeter, Yamaya, Pachamama, Ganesha, and the ones who came before, the ones from your own family, you're not looking back. You're rooting down. You're remembering that you belong to a lineage of survival. In that lineage, your life itself is a story of resistance. As we move into the root chakra, think back about your ancestors. Think about the people who came before you. Really tune in to the ones who made you who you are, the witches they didn't burn, the healers who continued to heal even when threatened with violence, the ones who crossed borders. Right now, we are demonizing immigrants who are crossing through hellscapes just to make their families more safe. Imagine if it was us that had to do that. What would you do to keep yourself and the people you love safe? What mountain would you not move? What river would you not traverse? What mountain would you not climb to keep the people that are most sacred to you safe? And then ask yourself, how would you feel if that was then criminalized? The root chakra is being disrupted by the way we treat people looking to keep their loved ones safe. How are we going to connect with that? What are we going to do? One thing I'm going to offer for you right now is to pull out your journal for the first time and write down any of the stories that you might have about your own family or people that you know in your life who have had to move mountains and traverse rivers and literally move heaven and earth just to make sure that you were safe, that you could be here today doing this work. And we'll keep diving deeper and deeper in to the Muladhara chakra.